Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout, kind of scrap lifting a layout I saw from Snoozin' Scraps on Instagram. I think it might have been a part of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm part of the Facebook group, but haven't been following along, but I saw this layout that Snoozin' Scraps posted on Instagram, and I absolutely loved it. So I decided to use the Mollie collection from Felicity Jane. I still have so much Felicity Jane, and luckily some of them are fall related, so I was able to dig into that stash and use that this month. So I pre-cut out 3 hexagons, and I have the stitched hexagons from Close to My Heart. I don't think those are available anymore, but really any hexagons will work. And so I'm just going to stack those kind of towards the left of the page. I did bring one of the papers all the way across the page, and I'm going to be using two photos here. I am just going to place the bottom photo right on the page, and then I did double back the top photo. So this layout truthfully came together really quickly. I'm just going to line up the hexagons here. I did bring them down from the top and up from the bottom a little bit, just so the middle one overlapped. The strip of paper across the page, you can't see it a lot, but I just felt like it helped break the background up a little bit and brought in kind of that mauve-ish color. And I'm kind of getting down to, I guess, kind of the bottom of this collection. I have some new frames and tags, I think, that I didn't really dig into with this collection on this layout. However, the ephemera, I pretty much use up the majority of it. So I am trying to use, like I said, what I have left, and so I'm going to be using that floral cluster at the top. I did bring in a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. I'm just loving them. I have so many fall ones, and so just trying to include those on all of my fall layouts. You can kind of see the clusters, how I'm going to use them, and so I decided it was time to commit to my photo placement. So I'm going to get those down and then just add the ephemera clusters back on the on the layout. Total brain fart there, sorry. So I'm going to place those pumpkins on the bottom left and tuck a ticket kind of behind there, just trying to use up what I have. And then just kind of playing around with the heart there, trying to figure out what to use. So here's some more flares from Scrap and Happy Studio that I'm kind of playing around with. And then I wanted to end up adding a title to the layout. So I will get around to that after I get this cluster. Again, probably wouldn't have included the flowers in this layout, but that is what I had, and so I decided to include that. There is a floral paper in the collection. I just didn't use it. I wanted more of the leaves, I guess. So once I get the cluster up at the top, I am going to add some twine to that tag just to fill in that upper space a little bit more. Just a kind of a trick, I guess. If you're like me and don't like a lot of open space on my layouts, if I have a tag, that's kind of when I decide to add the twine. Otherwise, I don't add it very often. I did decide to kind of break into a couple of other collections, just trying to figure out my title. And while I was in the Days of Splendor collection, I found the perfect camera that was the exact shade of kind of the pink mauve color, and so I thought maybe I would use that. I also found the ephemera piece that says Together, and so I am going to kind of work with that Together for my title and use both the Days of Splendor and the Best Day alphas from Pink Fresh Studio to spell out Gather. There were not enough colors on just the one alpha sheet. So thankfully I looked back and found the best day alpha as well, and combined I could piece together gather. And so I did not line those up straight. I attempted to, but could not get them straight, even using my T-square. So I'm just gonna put those a little crooked, a little scattered, I guess, and then add the together underneath that. Once I get the title done, I kind of want to figure out where I want to include that camera. I just think it's too perfect not to include somewhere on the layout. And so I kind of play around with it, see about maybe adding it to the bottom right. Don't love that though, and so I think I am going to commit to the top left there. Bring it down a little bit though. I have enough space on the photo that I can kind of bring that camera down and overlap the photo a little bit. So that is what I'm going to decide to do. Tuck a leaf in there, and then that heart that I was kind of trying to figure out where to place, and that's going to finish off that cluster at the top there. And then one of the reasons I ended up picking this collection for the specific layout was because there are some hexagon kind of mini puffy stickers, and so I just thought that was absolutely perfect to use with the hexagons on the left-hand side. But I'm not going to lie, I struggled a little bit with where to place them. They're a little bit bigger than enamel dots and all the same size. So I think that's kind of why I struggled. So I did add some kind of rounding out around the tag, a couple kind of next to that floral cluster, and then a couple kind of at least in each of the clusters. So once I get those placed and I'm happy with the placements, that is going to finish off this layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I believe this was part of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and I originally saw it with Snooze and Scraps on Instagram. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.